Hey everybody, this is my 40-gallon waterfall tank, and today we are just going to do a simple before and after water change video. I'm just going to get in here and do a little bit of maintenance. It's not going to be anything super complicated, but I did get a new addition for the tank today. It's not a fish, but it's a plant, and when we get done the back side of the water change, I'm going to add the new plant to it, and I will show that to you on the other side of the video. So not a lot to talk about leading up to it. Again, just going to do a simple water change. I'll probably get the gravel vac in there and remove a little bit of mulm and build up in there, maybe skim a little bit of that duckweed off the surface, that sort of thing. But otherwise, it's just going to be a little bit of water out, a little bit of fresh water back in. So you can consider that your before. And there's your after. So not a lot different. And the water is still a little bit cloudy. It takes a while for this tank to really clear back up after I've done a water change. But I got in there, as I said, I removed a lot of the mulm, or as much as I could in a reasonable amount of time. I wiped down the glass both inside and out. And believe it or not, I actually planted the little plant. We'll have a look at it in a moment, but you can't really see it right now. It's barely starting to grow. In fact, we'll have a look at it right there, sticking up from behind that rock. And in case you can't figure out what that's going to be, it's going to be a water lily that I got from Lowe's. Now this has a string, and then you can tie the string to the bag. This actually, let me pop this off of here for a second. See if I can do this one-handed. So this comes with a mesh bag, and in that mesh bag was the bulb that was starting to develop, and this is weighted apparently. It feels like there's some gravel or something in there, and the instructions say you just drop this in the pond, it sinks to the bottom, and then you will get your flower. And if you want to be able to identify what it looks like and where it is, you can tie this little piece of string to the bag, and then as you submerge it, you tie that, it floats at the surface, and that will let you know where your water lily is planted and give you an idea of what it's supposed to look like when it surfaces. So I think I put one of these in here not last year but the year before, and it never really did anything, and I kind of forgot about it. So we're going to try again, because I would really like to see a water lily with pads on the surface and an actual flower developing. I have red tiger lotus, which is a water lily, and it does develop pads on the surface. I do allow some of the pads in my 125 to grow on the surface for a while, but I've never gotten anywhere close to having flowers being produced. In fact, I'm not even sure that the red tiger lotus propagates by flowering. I would imagine it would. The lotus flower is a pretty famous flower, so I can't imagine a red tiger lotus not flowering. But I've never had one of mine flower, and I've never seen one flowering, so I don't know what they look like. But this is just a standard old water lily that you can buy for your summer tubs, or you can put it in your pond or your water feature. So we're going to try it in here and see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if my artificial light will be enough to actually give us flowers on a water lily, because they're pretty light intensive plants, if I understand correctly. They need a lot of sunlight to really do their thing. So we'll see what happens. So there you go. That was my new addition to my waterfall tank. I got a daylily from Lowe's, believe it or not. I never thought I'd be buying plants for my aquarium from a home improvement store, but there you go. So make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss anything I got coming up. You never know what it's going to be with me. Don't forget, this one here is my waterfall tank. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you real soon in the next one.